YouTube, what's poppin', baby? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a great day. Make sure you go ahead and smash that subscribe button and smash the like button. And let me know, I don't even know. Let me know something good that's happened in your day today so far. Today I wanted to just come on here and make a quick video. We're not gonna get too deep into the into what I'm gonna talk about, but I kind of wanted to just rank the top 5 off-season signings this year, because there has been some tremendous signings, and the fact that I can only limit this to 5 right now is kind of mind-boggling, because there's more that could be added to this. So I honorable mention to Rodney McLeod, honorable mention to Marquise Goodwin. I think both of those guys bring tremendous value to the team. When you talk about Rodney McLeod, you're talking about a veteran, a guy who's already played with Jim Schwartz. Going to be a huge piece for this secondary for them to learn from, and I just think we got to give him his honorable mention spot. Same with Marquise Goodwin. I think he's going to be the Will Fuller that everybody wanted a few years back. The deep threat, the speed, the ability to just be versatile with this receiving core. So honorable mention to those two. But let's start this off with our number 5, and our number 5 spot is going to be Elijah Moore. I think what's understood don't have to be explained with Elijah Moore. You traded a second-round pick for him, so obviously the upside and the potential is there. You've already seen glimpses of what it can be from the offseason. Granted, there is no pass rush. It's just 7-on-7s and 11-on-11s and stuff like that, so nothing that we should get overly excited about, but the potential is there, and we know what he can be. Coming in at number 4, we got a guy who we desperately needed, because for those of you that watched all of last season, our run defense was atrocious. DT, I mean, big guy in the center, can stuff the run, is decent in the pass rush, and just a big, bulky addition to this defensive line that we desperately needed bad. Coming in at number 3, we got arguably what should be the best move, but we're going to put him at number 3 because I think number 2, there's just something about number 2 that I'm going to just wait till we get there. But number 3 is Za'Darius. We've been wanting a guy that could pair with Myles Garrett for the longest. We thought Jadeveon Clowney was going to be that guy. Come to find out, he obviously wasn't that guy. We've already seen a video of how Za'Darius is going to push Myles into that next level. And when I watched the video, it caught me by surprise, because I think it caught Myles by surprise that there was someone there who was going to challenge him in a way that I don't think he expected. And I do remember seeing a comment in my TikTok comments yesterday talking about, well, wasn't there hype videos with Jadeveon Clowney and doing the same thing? There was not. There was nothing of like that. I remember vividly going to the training camps and watching Jadeveon Clowney and his body language and his energy. He was sitting down on helmets on the field while people were practicing. It didn't feel the same. We were more so excited of the name because we figured that Jadeveon Clowney would be a good backup piece for Myles Garrett, that he wouldn't have to have these high expectations. And we all seen how that panned out, which is why he's not on our team anymore. But coming in at number 2 is, if it wasn't for the number 1 spot, I would very well put him number 1. I just think everything that I've seen from the energy, from the leadership, from the tweets, everything has me bought into what he's saying and what he's offering, and he's becoming one of my favorite players on this team already, and he hasn't even took a snap for us, and that's Juan Thornhill. We watched on TikTok Live, we watched a little bit of the interviews, the introductory interviews, and he has a quote that I am going to live by for the rest of the season, and that's, when the ball's in the air, Thornhill coming down with it. I mean, I get goosebumps just thinking about that comment, because we wanted John Johnson to be exactly what I think Juan Thornhill's going to be. A vocal leader, not only just a vocal leader, but a leader on the field. He's been to Super Bowl. He's got 2 Super Bowl rings, and I think if you guys remember what I said all last year towards the end of towards the end of the year, I said there was one thing that I desperately wanted on this defense that we needed, and that was someone to help mold Grant Delpit. I think Grant Delpit is going to benefit the most from this addition because it's someone that he can learn from, and it's someone that I think it's a style that he can, I won't say mimic completely, but I think he's a playmaker. He's a ball hog, and he's just one of those guys that is always around the ball. And whether just because Grant Delpit had some blown coverages in the past season does not mean that he is not a playmaker. And Juan Thornhill is exactly that. So you gave Grant Delpit two good leaders to learn from, and Juan Thornhill and Rodney McLeod that he can learn from and just be a sponge to. And that's why he's my number 2 and why I ultimately think he could be number 1. But number 1, this is arguably one of the greatest signings I think the Browns have had in recent years. And it's not what you think it is. It's not a player. It is a coach. Jim Schwartz is arguably the biggest piece to this puzzle going into the 2023 season. There has been nothing but positive things. Every player is saying the same exact thing, and that is he is going to let us loose. I believe it was I believe Juan Thornhill said, it was either Juan Thornhill or DT came out and said he's basically taking off the seatbelt and letting us go get it. He's going to utilize everybody that we've got on the defensive side of the ball to the maximum of their abilities. Myles Garrett is going to get one-on-ones more than often, and when he's not getting one-on-ones, that means ZD's getting one-on-ones, and DT can make cause an impact because he can pin his ears back. And our playmakers, our Denzel Wards, Greg Newsome, Martin Emerson, those guys love to play man-to-man press coverage, single high safety. That's what they've been wanting to do, and Joe Woods did not let those guys do what they wanted to do last year, and that's play to their abilities, and that's the one-on-one matchups. We are going to see a lot of that going into this season, and I cannot wait for it because Jim Schwartz, he is the key to this defense, and I'm telling you now, when this stuff comes all together, Jim Schwartz is going to be the guy that we need to give all the credit to, because we were wondering why our defense looked so shaky and why it looked like something just wasn't there. And the players weren't throwing him under the bus by any stretch. But if you read between the lines, they all kind of pointed to the same thing, and it seemed like Joe Woods didn't allow them to play to the best of their abilities. So I'm making my list. I'm topping that off with Jim Schwartz. So just to recap real quick, number 5, we got Elijah Moore. Number 4, we got DT. Number 3, we got ZD. Number 2, we got Juan. And number 1, Jim Schwartz. So I want to know what your guys' top 5 signings this offseason was. Drop them in the comments, and I'll catch you guys on the next video, baby. Peace!